Just fun.
All right, here we go, podcast. In the cantina. All right, here we go, podcast. Episode 18.
We're in the playoffs now.
Yeah, we gave up on calling these weeks because we talked about the weeks of the NFL. So, yeah.
Yeah, now we're on.
Episode 18, September 23rd. Week 2 in the NFL. I mean, week 3. How about I get everything right? Week 3 just passed. We're watching another thriller on Monday night. Bears 28, Redskins, which is a really racist team name, 3.
It's not racist, you know. It's just...
That's what they called them back in the day.
Whoa! We're not going to get down this road.
All right. Very nice.
Is it Titans or Bills or isn't Cowboys racist too? Like, why is the team named after?
White guys be really generic and wear hats and have like southern draws. I didn't know I talk like this all the time. Yeah,
and herd cattle and stuff. What about Patriots? What if you're not a Patriot? What if you're like anti-American? Isn't that offensive to you?
Yeah, it's super offensive.
What if you're
American flag colors?
What if you're a little person and the Giants?
Like, oh!
I said little person. I didn't use the M word. M as in Mary.
Oh! God. Oh my God. All right. Yeah, but you have a name. Your name's Booger. And you like announce shows.
You fly around on a stage in the.
So we talk about. I mean, the Redskins are a terrible team. Let's just start there real quick. Redskins are terrible.
Great. And the sun rises in the east.
Like, when was the last time they were like who was their last player that was really good?
The last player that was really good, RG3 for a bit.
No, I wouldn't even say no.
No, he was good for.
Is he really good?
Yes. 2015 they made the playoffs. I don't think they won. I think they got their butt kicked, but I believe it was RG3.
That was when he destroyed his knee and that like messed him up forever.
Yeah. Right? Was RG3 the quarterback for that game? I think he was.
He had 3,200 yards, 20 touchdowns, 5 picks. And how many rushing yards did he have?
Why can't I see? No, it's
815 rushing yards. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he almost rushed for 1,000 yards one year.
No, that was 15 games.
No, it was Kirk Cousins in 2015. Should have known that. Maybe it was 2012 when they made the playoffs. Let me look.
It's amazing that he's only played 6 seasons.
Who? Kirk Cousins?
No. RG3. He's only played 6 seasons, but he's been in the league since 2012.
Yeah, he made the playoffs with the Redskins in 2012. He went 10 of 19 for 84 yards, 2 touchdowns.
That was his rookie year.
Yards. Yeah, and they lost to the Seahawks.
But then he got hurt.
Yeah, right. He was never the same. But he was good for like, when you say their best player, you mean like consistently their best player?
I guess consistently.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, I'm sure there's an obvious answer there. Like, I'm thinking like Santana Moss and Clinton Portis, but that's so long ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, Santana Moss was really good. Clinton Portis, yeah.
Let's see, Pro Bowlers.
Oh shit, Boston Redskins.
Ryan Kerrigan, Trent, but like they're like so random, you know? Like Kerrigan and Trent Williams, like yeah, they're good, but you're talking like skill position players.
Yeah, Cousins, like Alfred Morris. I mean, he wasn't that good.
Oh, Cliff Battles in 1933. He was tailback, fullback, WB. Welcome back to WB.
Why did Deshaun go to Washington? Was he trying to get at Chip Kelly for cutting him?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, that was so random. Like, why did he ever go to the Redskins? It was probably Clinton Portis and Santana Moss. You're probably right. Those are the 2 best guys that they used to have. That were really good. But you're like, okay, they're good every year. I'd say Clinton Portis. Santana Moss was kind of random, but Clinton Portis was good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they obviously have had, like we just said, like Trent Williams and.
Not really. Now that you look at it, though, you go back to like 1990. Like, you have no idea. Westbrook, Allen, who are these guys? Terry Allen. Who's that? Mark Brunell.
Jesus Christ.
Brad Johnson. I mean, yeah, okay, they've been pretty bad. Yeah, they're horrible. The Bears are terrible too. I mean, they're like the typical fluke team. Well, they'll win a lot of games because their defense is good, but
hmm
Trubisky's terrible. They have no running game. The receivers are very average.
Talk about the Bears now.
Yeah.
I mean, of
Just like
course,
the Eagles. Like the Eagles are a much better team than the Bears. Like if they were played, actually I'd probably take the Bears today if they played today, but because the Eagles have a ton of injuries. But if the Eagles were like healthy, I'd definitely take the Eagles like every day over the Bears right now.
yeah, but the Eagles are one of the Super Bowl favorites. Are the Bears a Super Bowl favorite? I think they're a team that people thought might make the playoffs, but I guess no. People had them in the Super Bowl this year because a lot of people thought that they should have won that game against the Eagles last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, and you expect Mitch to like take another leap and be better player.
And now we get a week of is Mitch good again because he threw 3 touchdowns tonight.
No, I love everyone's doing these Twitter polls where they're like, okay, who do you want for the next 5 years? Daniel Jones, Mitch Trubisky, what's his face, Minshew, or like Sam Darnold, and like it's like 85% like Daniels. It's like, okay, like how much calm down?
The
like
thing
one
is,
game. Like one
this is
game.
the most annoying thing. I guess we'll just talk about this now. It's like, tell me that the Daniel Jones hype isn't as intense if Tampa Bay wins that game. Like, you're still going to say Daniel Jones brought them back. He left the field with the lead. Yeah. But, like, and first of all, what is Arians doing? Moving back, taking a delay a game because he wants to give Gay. Because he wants to give Gay, the kicker, a better shot at making it, and he thinks that he's better at distance. Like, take the chip shot field goal. What kicker? What kind of rationalization is that? Like, oh, we have a very easy, like, 9-yard field goal, or, whatever it is, 18-yard field goal, 19-yard field goal. Let's move it back 5 yards because he's better from, like, it makes no sense. I mean, he would have missed regardless, but that was such a stupid play. But anyway, if Tampa Bay had won that game, is anybody this high on Daniel Jones? Because the Giants are now 0-3.
Look at that. That's why. Look at that guy. Look at those eyes.
Yeah, I don't know, but you have a crush on Daniel Jones.
It's also because he's with
one bad
Giants.
game away
from
with
the Giants too. If he was with Tampa, no one would care. This is the opposite. If he was
I don't buy that because look at Minshew. He's on Jacksonville, maybe the most irrelevant team in football, and everyone's flipping out about him.
That's true. I guess that's true.
I'm just tired of Giants fans now trying to make like revisionist history and be like, well, we didn't boo him. It's like, no, you guys not only booed him at the draft, but you spent all offseason being like, we don't want this guy. This is the worst pick. And their whole thing was like, you could have, even if you wanted Daniel Jones, you could have picked somebody else in that spot and gotten you Daniel Jones in the 2nd or 3rd round because nobody wanted him. Now all of a sudden they love him. It's so funny. It's like, now you don't get to love him because you hated him all offseason. You never gave him a chance.
It's like, can't we just like, and I know the media like just loves it. They love to be like, oh my God, amazing. He threw 2 touchdowns, hit almost 400 yards passing. He ran for 2 touchdowns. He's going to do this every game. No one has 4 touchdowns every game. The greats don't. Like, very rarely do they have 4 touchdowns like multiple weeks in a row. So, and we know he's going to have a bad game. Like, can we? It's just like everyone wants to get so fucking hyped about it. It gets so annoying. It's like let's have him play like 6 games. I mean, even if he does 2 games,
But it's all recency bias. Exactly. It's like the minute he has a bad game, everyone's off that. Minshew has 2 bad games in a row, and you'll never hear from him again. It's like nobody looks at the bigger picture. They all just flip out over a single game.
Well, Minshew hasn't really done anything anyways. He just looks ridiculous.
And he's got absurd stories. Did you hear the story about him?
I mean, he had 275 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick in the first game, which he came in and he was good in that game. But then he had 213-1 and 204-2.
He's been fine.
He's been fine.
Yeah.
It's not like, okay, you're gonna get this guy like trade for Minshew, like a 2nd-round pick,
Yeah.
No, you're talking about his hand?
Yeah, that's absurd.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
I don't know if that story's true. I'm not totally sold on that story, but like, that's insane.
Yeah.
I guess I have to tell it now because where he purposely tried to break his hand so that he could get in college, so he could get a medical red shirt and play
Yeah.
more seasons. It's
Yeah.
insane.
It
He
is
went
insane.
back to his apartment and he took a swig of like alcohol and then he
Jack, yeah.
smashed his hand with a hammer 3 times and he couldn't break it.
Oh, yeah, that even feels
Like
bad.
what a
Like just
nut
thinking
job.
about that.
Yeah, he's
You got to
crazy.
be a little kind of crazy to play. That's why like certain players you see that are like, especially quarterbacks that don't have that like, kind of like not psycho, but like a crazy desire to like win or to play well. Like you have to have a strong desire. Like you can't be like Glennon and be like, all right guys, like come on in. Or no, Peterman like watching Hard Knocks. He's like, come
Yeah,
on boys, let's
yeah.
go. And they're just like, yeah, who the fuck is this guy?
It's like if you run for president. Like if you run for president, if you want to be an NFL quarterback, you have to be like out of your mind. You have to be so cocky and so like it's like I deserve to be in this like position of power. I'm not comparing a quarterback to president, but you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
being an NFL quarterback, you have to say that like I strive to be like the leader of teams, and you have to be a little crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Like it's probably the hardest position in sports. Is there a harder position you think than NFL quarterback?
Mm,
I mean that goalie in
a
hockey.
pitcher, a pitcher. I mean, you don't have to be in great shape, but like the mental side of it is pretty high. Because when
See, I
you
would
like
say
lose
catcher.
that mental side of it, your like your career could be over.
Yeah, but the catcher's back there every single night. Like the pitcher at least gets like 4 days off.
Sure, yeah, not physically demanding. I mean, I guess depends on if you're talking physically or
Just like tough in
like
general.
mentally, yeah, like mindset wise. Yeah, I think
Just
quarterback. Let's say pitcher and goalie too, because yeah, you're by there by yourself. You got to
yeah,
have that edge where you like nothing's gonna get by. All
yeah.
right,
I mean,
I think we spent enough time on these like shitty quarterbacks. He's playing.
um,
Well, I mean, he's playing. I think they're playing Washington this week, so he's probably gonna have a big game. Anyways, and everyone's gonna
I
flip
mean, I
out
don't think he's a
again.
bad quarterback. But I don't get the whole like all of a sudden like the lure of Gardner Minshew. It's like okay, he's played 3 games. Like what are we talking about? Like yeah, maybe he's gonna be good, but like, and what do you do when Foles comes back? You have to go back to Foles, right?
Oh yeah, no, they're 100% gonna go back to Foles.
Right. So it's
Unless
just
Minshew like doesn't throw an interception for the next like 7 games, then you're like, okay, maybe.
um. We'll get back to football. I have a non-football topic though, being that it's Monday to discuss.
Let's save it to the end. We're rolling on this on the
You want to
football.
you want to save it to the end? All right, we'll save
Yeah,
it
let's
to
save
the
it to
end.
the end. So
Okay.
because we just kind of did that game like Bucks Giants. So what was the other game you wanted to talk about? You had
Um,
the Eagles. Let's go right into the Eagles. How about that?
let's save the Eagles. Let's go to Browns next, actually, because that's another team. We're talking about like teams that are like super hyped with that not doing it. Like the Browns have been on national TV, what, 2 of the first 3 weeks of the season,
Yeah,
and they're 1-2, and they're not exciting at all. Like
it's that
everyone's
off-season
trying to make them
hype. That
exciting.
off-season hype, and
I
they got it.
mean, the Rams, the two, are clearly like an anomaly because the Rams had all the offseason hype last year and they were like super successful. And now they're 3-0 and they're definitely not falling victim to the Super Bowl, the curse of the Super Bowl loser. You know, you lose the Super Bowl, you have a horrible year the following year.
Yeah.
Rams are legit, but like the Browns, I don't know, the Browns look like the
No,
Browns.
I'll go. Well, listen back to my take was who the hell is Freddie Kitchens? It's like yeah, they got good players, and of course everyone was saying the offensive line, which now everyone's saying they traded some guy who was pretty good for Olivier Vernon from the Giants, which is like unnecessary, right? To get like a
Mhm.
defensive lineman when you already had Myles Garrett and a pretty good defense as is.
Mhm.
And they show all the highlights of the guys running 30 yards downfield when they need 10 yards, and Baker just can't get anything done. It's like, what's the play calling? It's like, who thought of Kitchens until last year? Like, who the hell is Freddie Kitchens?
I know, but you know what I always say? Like, who thought of Arians? Who thought of Doug Peterson? Like, sometimes it just works out. I don't
But
think you
it's
can.
like, what was Doug
Look at
Peterson's
Sean McVay.
history?
Anybody know Sean McVay or who hired this 30-year-old guy to be the head coach? Like, it can work out. I don't think it's about randomness. I just think he's not a great coach.
Um,
Why would you have not gone after Arians? Was he already in Tampa?
He was super old though, so he's been a coach for a long time. Let's see.
I don't know. The Browns have lost 43-13 to the Titans, who are not good. They beat the Jets 23-3. Okay, the Jets are terrible, and they didn't have Darnold. And then they lose 20-13 to the Rams. So they've scored 13 points, 23 points, 13 points. They're going to lose. I don't see they're going to lose to the Ravens next week. I think they're going to lose to the 49ers. 49ers are 3-0. I'm not going to say the Browns are. I get if you're the schedule makers putting the Browns in a primetime game. But how many? They have 6 primetime games? Why not just flex them in later? Why guarantee them 6 right off the bat?
Hype, man. They build up the hype train.
It's so bad. Rams, Browns, what the fuck? What kind of matchup is that?
It ended up being a decent game at the end.
It did.
A great game to criticize and analyze because you're like, okay, the Browns suck. Now it's a huge story. Instead of being and then if they were good, we could actually be like, oh my God, the Browns are good. This is amazing. Yeah. Oh my God.
So they're back.
Trubisky just threw an interception on the 1-yard line.
He fucking sucks. They're on Monday Night Football against the 49ers in 2 weeks.
God.
And then 11-14, they have a night game on Fox? What the hell is that? Fox has a night game?
Thursday night?
Is it on Fox?
Fox has Thursday night. 11-13 is...
Oh, I thought it was NFL Network.
No, that can't be right. 11-13 is a Wednesday.
It's a Thursday night game. It's 11-14.
11-14, yeah.
Okay, it's Browns-Steelers. I mean, that's kind of a rivalry. That's also Thursday night. Thursday night match.
That's a rivalry game. That'd be okay.
Yeah.
Steelers are terrible this year, though, so they're done. They're playing the Patriots, too, in 2 weeks, I think.
I'm actually curious to see that. Okay, I know we're not going to get too in-depth on the Patriots for a second, but, I do want to see them play a quality team.
Yeah, I know, me too.
No, I'm not, obviously they're good, but it's okay, you've had, the Jets, the Dolphins. I thought the Steelers were good. The Steelers are clearly terrible.
Yeah.
All right, that's actually going to be a decent game because finally we get to see the Patriots, actually try. I feel like the Patriots are just not even trying.
It'll be a good game. Well, the thing about the Patriots, though, is, and it's easy for me to say this, well, first of all, they're playing the Bills this week in Buffalo, which would be a good game because Buffalo is pretty good.
Yeah. But then they get the Redskins, the Giants, and the Jets. It's out of their first 7 games, it's one. But then their schedule actually gets really hard.
It does. But
yeah, it's very.
They're actually getting a lot of injuries, and they're not running it as well as they did last year. They're kind of becoming one-dimensional. Their defense is legit, which everyone doesn't want to talk about. They still haven't given up a touchdown this year, which is insane. The Jets scored 2 on a muffed punt and a pick 6 when the rookie came in. He immediately threw a pick 6 on his second pass. I was like, yeah, good job. So the defense hasn't given it, but they're not running as well as they did because they don't have Gronk and Dwayne Allen was a huge just blocking tight end. They don't have those big guys anymore.
Right.
To just make huge holes and let Sony just run like they did against the Chiefs,
Mm-hmm.
So I think that could come back to bite them later, but yeah, it's you figure out who you are in the beginning of the year. They have the easy games and just try to stay healthy. But of course they haven't. Edelman's hurt. Their fullback just went on IR. Their rookie receivers on IR. The starting left tackle's on IR. I mean, I don't know if this is a transition into the Eagles, but you just want to try and stay as healthy as possible. And if you do have injuries, I guess it's good you get them in the beginning of the year, and then they can come back.
Yeah. No. Right. Well, what's also interesting is that teams that have historically been good offensively, like the Packers and the Patriots, all of a sudden are getting by on defense. The Packers have one of the better defenses in the NFL. The Patriots clearly have one of the better defenses in the NFL. So it's I kind of like it because everyone says that this is an offensive league, which it is. It's nice to see teams doing it on defense.
Yeah.
Because I'm so sick of hearing that it's an offensive league. It's okay, just because it's an offensive league doesn't mean there can't be good defensive teams. And then you have 2 historically good offensive teams, not just random teams. It's these teams have always gotten by on offense.
Yeah.
And remember I'm not going to bring that, but the Patriots have clearly struggled on defense in the past. And now it's just their defense is their strength.
In the early part of their dynasty, they were more defense. But yeah, recently.
True. Yeah, they were.
I mean, going back last year, I mean, they shut out the Rams, which is insane too. But What was I gonna say? They oh yeah, like the rules favor offense, obviously.
Yeah,
But
100%.
I think the coaches are worse. Like there's so many bad coaching decisions, so many bad coaches. Like why is Gruden, both Grudens, why are they coaches? Like they're terrible, but they hang around. Garrett. I guess he's been okay, but like he's been bad for so many years. Like he's getting by for some random reason because of Jerry Jones. But like, I mean, like there's just so many bad coaches out there. And I also think that these young quarterbacks coming in, they're playing well, but they also have a lot of crappy games too.
Well,
Like you don't
I
have
mean, it
that
goes.
many great veterans. Like veterans used to be like decent, but now you get like Case Keenum, and it's like he sucks. You don't have like a guy. He's like okay. He's like okay. He's like I'll get by with that guy. Fitzpatrick, he sucks. He's not like a decent veteran. We're like okay, that's fine. Flacco, he sucks. It's like you're either really good or you start a young quarterback. That's it. And hope he's good.
Um, I guess. I mean, it's a transition. It's a transitional period in the league where you're seeing guys like,
LGBTQ plus time in the league. Yes.
huh? What? Um, guys like Breeze, Roethlisberger, Rodgers, Brady, like they're kind of
Rivers. Yeah.
they're on their way out.
Yeah.
So it's like you still have those veterans, but it's like yeah, it's a different time right now. It's almost
Yeah.
like passing the torch to the young guns.
Yeah. All right. We want to talk about the Eagles then?
No, not really, but
You said you had something to talk about.
I mean, I'm obviously kidding. Yeah, I mean, obviously, people today are calling in sports radio being like start McCown, which is just ridiculous because Wentz has
Well,
played
what?
great.
Well, why?
Wentz has played great. I mean, he's made mistakes. He hasn't looked perfect, but it's not his fault. He doesn't have
It
some
makes
of the
no
top guys.
sense.
Yeah,
It makes no sense whatsoever.
um,
Like if he had thrown like 5 interceptions
no.
and he like hasn't hit over like 200 yards, then you'd be like, okay, yeah, you got to change it out.
Last week against the Falcons, Aguilar drops a game-winning touchdown. This week, game-winning touchdowns dropped, 5 fumbles, like these guys are not like Aguilar and Arcega-Whiteside, the guy they drafted this year. They're just not ready to step up. Like if you don't have your top guys, it's clearly hurting them. But it's not Wentz's fault.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I saw that everyone was showing that play where the offensive line just like stopped blocking and he like still had the ball. It was from this past week, and everybody was like, all the defense was still going, trying to chase Wentz, and he still had the ball. The offense, all 5 guys were standing there.
yeah, it's so like the one thing I'm sick of is like moral victories. People keep saying they could be 3-0, they could be 2-1. That like you're not getting blown out. You lose 24-20. You lose by a combined 7 points the last 2 weeks. So it's like if you lost like 42-10 and then like 30-7, it's like okay, we just suck. So everyone's like, yeah, just like calm down. Like they're not healthy. Wentz is doing what he can, but I'm really not trying to hit the panic button and be dramatic, but if they go 1-3, you're now going on to a short week, no momentum, playing in Green Bay. I mean, there's no indication. You may get Alshon back, but I don't think he's coming back.
It's a big game for them. I mean, yeah, if they follow the 1-4,
1-3.
or 1-3,
No,
I mean,
they're 1-2 right now. So I'm saying
1-3, yeah.
it's very likely they go 1-3. I'm not saying they're going to lose, but odds are they're going to lose. Like they're going in with like 2 really tough losses in a row. They're not getting anybody back where it's like, okay, like rally the troops. Here comes Alshon and Deshaun back this week. Their defensive ends have no sacks this entire year. Fletcher Cox.
They don't have any sacks?
No, they don't have. The defensive ends don't have any sacks.
Oh, the ends, okay.
Fletcher Cox, no stats in the game. Like on Sunday, it's like you're supposed to be this like Aaron Donald top 3 defensive player, top 5, whatever. It's like you don't do anything in that game.
Yeah,
they don't get.
I didn't know what Cox was young. I thought he was like a veteran, like a 14-year like veteran guy.
No. He's like 26. He's young.
That's insane.
Yeah, he's great, but they're clearly missing Long and Bennett. Like not that.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they are. But
that's insane.
yeah,
I didn't know Cox was that young. I thought he was super old.
No.
He's like nasty too. He's fucking really good.
He's great, but like, how do you come up with no stats in the game. Like not even. And then you draft this guy Whiteside from Stanford just to be like a vertical receiver, just a guy who wins a jump ball. What does he do? He drops the fucking like. That's the only reason you're there. I'm not saying it's an easy catch, but that's the reason you're there. Like that's a huge play. It's right in your hands.
I don't like those specialist type guys though, like that. Like you got to have more than that. But the Artemis Long, he's like washed up. Like he's like decent like sub.
Long and Bennett were actually decent last year, but I think more than like
not Bennett. Bennett's been solid for the Patriots. I'm talking about Long.
Long wasn't bad, but I think it's more their veteran leadership. Now you have a lot of young defensive ends, and it's like you're missing. I don't know. I mean, how do you have these guys? You play 3 games, not one defensive end has a sack. That's pretty bad. But yeah, I mean, I think
their defensive coordinator,
Jim Schwartz, who like, dude, you stop sending the house on like every play. Like he just full on blitzes. Like I don't dislike Schwartz, but I'm getting kind of to the point where I'm like, okay, like you can't just send the house and try and pressure the quarterback. Nobody's getting any pressure on him to begin with.
Yeah. That's a dangerous way to play though when you blitz all the time.
Because they don't have faith in their. That's why I'm like they have to get Ramsey because they don't have faith in their cornerback. Like they don't. So like he's like we got to get pressure on the quarterback to help out the defensive backs. Their safeties are good. You have Malcolm Jenkins who like should have saved that game yesterday with that blocked field goal. But no, I mean it's not a must win. But you fall to 1-3, then this is their schedule. Assuming they're 1-3, they play the Jets. That's a win. Even though everyone's saying Darnold's back. Then they're at the Vikings, at the Cowboys, at the Bills. That could easily be 3 losses.
Yeah, with the way they're playing, yes.
And you have the Bears, the Patriots, and the Seahawks. There's a bye in between the Bears and the Patriots. So it's like it's a little bit it's getting close to like you want to say like it's early and like you were saying like yeah you want to get these injuries out of the way now, but you lose Thursday.
That's not a game to lose though at home against Detroit. I mean, you got to win that one. I hate to say.
But they got to beat Atlanta too. They're better than Atlanta. They're better than Detroit. And then
but it's on the road. That was a night game. That's a primetime game. That's a more difficult game.
But the Lions, like okay, I think
that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. The Lions at home, and the Lions are not good. The Lions, Stafford, the Lions are.
They're actually better than they're 2-0-1. Like the Lions are actually better than I give them credit for, but the Eagles should beat them. Like they shouldn't lose that game.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I mean like, can they beat the Packers in Green Bay? Sure, but it's not looking good if you start 1-3.
Especially on Thursday. It's a short week too. Those games are always so fluky, but you could come away with it too.
Well, and the Cowboys are 3-0, so it's like you're already 2 games back, 3 games back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do? It's
I'm actually. Well, who are you getting on waivers this week?
Why? I have 2 claims in right now, but I'm ahead of you.
I mean, I think you're ahead of me. So who did you have a claim in for?
As you're like hacking the system here, we had a big segue. The thing is, people in our league listen to this podcast, but honestly, fuck you if you don't have a claim with this guy, and then you hear me say it and you go out and claim this guy. I mean, I need a running back right now. No one cares about fantasy. Why are we talking about fantasy? No one gives a shit about our fantasy teams.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know who you were picking because I was going to tell you who I was picking, but you might pick them. You wouldn't pick them though to get out of the. Let me see here.
No, I wouldn't do what I just said. I'll be honest with you if I have one of those guys.
Well, the guy that I'm taking plays a position that you would not bench him for. Let's put it that way. The guy that I want to take.
That I would not bench him for? What do you mean?
Never mind.
The guy that you're picking plays a position that I would start
like if
him?
you were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like go in front of you and like steal him. Like you're not gonna take that and be like it's a useful player to you.
Oh yeah. So.
But like you said, if someone else, I'm last because I make so many waiver wire moves. I'm always last, and I've only made 4 moves. Guys have made so many more moves than me.
I mean, my move is pretty obvious. I have to make this move, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get him because I'm 8.
I don't know who had a huge week. One of the San Francisco guys.
No, I mean.
Let's see who's on. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we're gonna quick distraction. Jeff Wilson Jr. How much would be like? Oh, Burkhead. You want to get Burkhead?
No, because they said White's coming back.
Oh wait. Oh no. The Giants running back.
Of course. Yeah.
I don't even know who that is. Who is their running back?
Wayne Gallman Jr.
You have no idea who that is.
I mean, I have to take him because I don't have a running
He
back.
was on their team previously, right? Before Saquon, wasn't he?
I don't know anything about Wayne Gallman, to be honest with you.
Yeah, 17. I remember he was like, "Oh, is the next great giant?" It's like just a random running back.
32,000 ads. He had 5K. I need a running back. I literally
Makes
don't have
sense.
any.
You gotta add. You gotta take their backup because you have Saquon, so that makes sense.
I mean, we had a great matchup this week, but I feel like my team's gonna suck going forward because I lost Barkley for 8 weeks. I lost Antonio Brown for the season. Like I don't really
Yeah,
know.
you
Like
had that fluke like fucking 40 points from Mike Evans. I had a good
193
week
touchdowns.
too. I had 30 points from Ingram, but it's like when you go up against stuff like that, there's nothing you can do. Like you just of course Evans sucked for 2 weeks and then just goes insanely off, like insane. Like that's
Yeah.
luck. That's where fantasy's luck. You know, like you weren't like, okay, Mike Evans is gonna have 40 points this week. Like you're like, yeah, he's probably gonna have a good match. He's playing the Giants. He's definitely gonna start him.
No, but I
Like
mean,
40 points.
no, of course not. But I definitely made that deal needing a top wide receiver.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
expected him to get like 15.
Yeah, sure, that's fair. But that's what I'm saying. That's where the luck comes in when it's 40 and just takes over the top.
Oh shit! I just got a huge offer. This one I might have to consider.
Oh God.
Oh fuck, never mind. Well, you know what? We can talk about this now because it involved Barkley. This must have been sent and I didn't see it. All right, let's talk about this deal.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, making a note here. Okay, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. All right, Barkley, Evans, and Rolls Royce for
Who's
David
Rolls?
Johnson, Royce Freeman
Okay,
for David Johnson, Eckler, and Thielen or Cooks. Depends. I would have taken Thielen because I already have Robert Woods.
wait, say it again.
Barkley, Evans, Royce Freeman for David Johnson, Eckler, and Thielen.
I mean,
No,
you don't that one.
no, you don't do that. That's actually a fair deal. I mean, no, it's not. Like Barkley, I'm giving up more, and it's a lateral move too. Like I don't know how. I think I would get worse.
I think that's a lateral move too.
Well, I don't start Royce Freeman, so I would trade Barkley and Evans, and then be able to start Johnson, Eckler, and Thielen. So basically, Barkley would be replaced by Johnson and Eckler, and Evans and Thielen are kind of the same. It would have been a terrible move. I wouldn't have done it, but
Yeah, you don't know what you get from Cooks too. You never know what you're gonna get from him.
well, I don't know what you get from Robert Woods too. Everyone's like, oh, he's consistent. He has the same. So my team just sucks. Like, I'm just not gonna be good going forward. Like, look at my lineup next week. It's fucking terrible. It's like, fuck, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. I'm just glad I have.
Why don't I play you next week?
Right, you would have killed me. I'm glad I have 2 wins, so that at least like I have like a little bit of breathing room now. If I was like 1-3, I'd be like, okay, fuck this, it's just over.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, Cortland Sutton. Yeah, it's not good.
Oh my god, am I starting Sutton next week?
Yeah, that's what's in there. You shouldn't have picked up Jimmy, dude. He's on a bye. What are you gonna do with Jimmy Garoppolo?
Backup
He
for
sucked. He sucked last year. I mean, last week too.
and even for 1 week. I mean, I don't care about my backup quarterback. It's like 1 week. I'm playing you, by the way, when he starts. Next time I play you, Mahomes is on a bye, so it's gonna be. We just saved this
Thank God.
conversation because Garoppolo. Who's Garoppolo playing that week 13?
If you still have Garoppolo in week 13, that's probably not a good thing.
I mean, I don't know who else I'm gonna take. Maybe I'll take Daniel Jones this week. I'll just like swoop and squat you and take.
I do have a waiver in for him, but I'm not going to get him because he's my second waiver.
I don't know. My team, I'm like a massive underdog next week. 7 points, and I'm even scheduled to break 100. But
I'm a big underdog too.
This team is so random next week. Chris Godwin, Tyler Boyd, what was his name wrong? Tyler Boyd. Kerryon Johnson, Allen Robinson. Like, this team is not that great. His best players are Zeke and Kelsey, who are good, but like, I don't know. I feel like I might be able to win this. The thing with Aguilar is I'm starting him again if Deshaun or Alshon's out. He's fucking terrible, but like he's still gonna he'll fumble.
He's gonna get targets. He's gonna get a ton of targets.
They keep saying that like Matt Collins is gonna get the target. It's like, okay, no, he's definitely not. Like Aguilar is gonna be the guy. He sucks.
That's what's good when you're like a fan of a team and you know exactly what's going to happen. Like if just say, I don't know, like say Allen Robinson went down and you have like a bunch of Bears guys, you don't really know who's going to get the targets on the Bears, but you know exactly, like the Eagles, so you know it's like Aguilar. It's like the Patriots. It's like Edelman goes down, I know exactly what's going to happen.
Right, you'd be like pick up Dorsett or something. But like if like you were like a Bears fan, you're like, oh, Allen Robinson's down. Tittle Dick McDrops is gonna get a ton of things. Like, oh fuck, I gotta go pick him up. Like, let me go grab him right now.
Yeah.
Like it's like some random guy. I knew Aguilar was gonna have a big game. I was surprised that he was like so.
Can't hear anything. You just took your headphones out.
I was surprised he was so available.
Yeah, especially with there's like all those home or Eagle fans in our league too.
No, there's no Eagles fans in our league except for Fear Boner, and he's like.
You have like weird like perversions and like you get like of your like dick.
Yeah, someone pulls like a knife on you and you get like a fucking huge erection. Don't you like have weird medical fucking diseases?
Oh my god.
How would we all have the meat sweats? How would you like eat and sweat like meat? Yeah. Dick and McNugget.
Would you be like, of course you bring like politics into fantasy. Wentz, not Pence. You can't have like just a regular team name. You got to bring politics into it.
I would have changed it, but you wouldn't.
Oh shit! Showing your political side here, your colors.
Yeah, I win 2 years in a row, so I got to keep the name.
Yeah.
Tough titty. How about you have like really like stiff breasts, like get that looked at?
Oh god.
Right.
Okay.
That's fantasy.
That's fantasy. Yeah. All right, should we do picks for the week then? And we'll just quickly recap. Hold on, here we go.
Do you want to just run through the games? We don't need to run through the games. This week sucked.
Yeah. Let's go quickly though. All right, here we go.
Hey, can you turn that up? That's not loud enough. My ears are bleeding right now.
I couldn't tell you weren't saying anything.
Yeah, because I couldn't. You couldn't hear me over like the fucking casino background noise there. Jesus Christ, my ears have like passed on to the next fucking universe. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, what the fuck was that?
I was looking right at you. You didn't say anything. You literally just staring down at your phone.
I'm having like a fucking aneurysm because there's like fucking coins and shit ringing in my ears. I was like totally shocked by what the fuck was happening. I thought like there was like an issue with my computer. I was like, what the fuck is that noise? This is like the loudest graphic ever.
The point is, here we go.
Yeah, okay, good.
Gambling week. Gambling week here. Reviewing our picks. Little Caesar's Palace.
All right, let's get up the picks for week.
So last week we had we picked all the games and surprise, we only picked the difference of 7. Hey, we got to figure out how we're gonna do that. I mean, out of all the games, we only were different on 7 of them.
Okay.
And I took 4, you took 3. So I won week 2. So
you won 1. There you go. Congrats.
Yeah. I won week 1. So Murk's up, the better gambler here.
No when to hold 'em. No when to hold 'em.
You bet on like women's like volleyball this morning, something like that. Playing like, oh shit, there's like tennis in like Indonesia. I gotta play a little bit on this match.
The Qatar Open.
Yeah, it's probably legit. You're like, oh yeah, I actually checked the line on that.
Yeah, I did. Nadal was minus 770.
The hell's a Burt Bell? Like Carson Wentz win that.
All right, here we go.
All right, you got the lines. So
I got the lines here.
I'll keep tally, so I'm going with you.
All right, game of the week, Thursday, 2 days from now. Eagles at the Packers. Green Bay minus 4.5. Wait, before we get into this, do we keep track from week 2? Who's winning right now? I think you're winning.
We didn't. Did we tally them?
We're terrible at this. Yeah, we did.
For week 2? Oh yeah, we picked Felipe. I think I was winning. Yeah, I won.
All right, we're clearly not keeping track. We'll go week to week.
Okay. I think I put it on our Instagram. Let's check it out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Eagles, Packers. Packers favored by 4.5.
I think the Eagles. Well,
Really?
you're gonna take the Eagles too. So
No,
I'll
I'm
take
taking Packers. Packers.
Really?
Yeah, Packers minus 4.5. I hope I'm wrong, but Packers minus 4.5.
Um. Yeah, that's
I think it's fair. I mean,
high.
Eagles aren't playing terribly, but
That's Vegas is down on the Eagles for 4. I'd at least think that's just like 3 or 3.5 maybe.
maybe. But I'm sure the public will bet that down. But going into Green Bay, short week, 2 tough losses in a row, a lot of injuries. Like, yeah, I'm not very optimistic here.
Okay.
Hope I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm taking Green Bay minus 4.5.
That's also the time too, not to get too much into that game, but like where it's like, okay, we fucked up 2 weeks in a row. We had all these drops. Like, we really got to get our shit together and have like a good week of practice this week. Like, pervert.
No, I agree. I hope you're right. My gut says that this is gonna be ugly.
Yeah, your boiling gut of like sewage. It's like spewing out here.
I'm gonna be like deathly ill. Have like sewage in my stomach.
Oh. Okay. All right. Anyways.
All right. Titans and Falcons. Falcons are giving 4.
Titans at Falcons?
Titans at the Falcons. Yeah. Falcons giving 4 points.
Do you think we see
I don't know what Falcons
Tannehill this week?
I mean, Mariota sucks, but I don't think we're going to see. There's been no rumblings that Tannehill's coming in.
Yeah, but I feel like Vrabel tries to be like a Patriot coach, and like he won't say anything, but then like all of a sudden like halftime comes around and the Titans are down like 21-0, and then
you mean? I thought you meant start. You mean just come into the
no,
game?
no, he's definitely not going to start.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, he can come into the game this week. I don't know what Falcons team's gonna show up, but I'm taking the Falcons just based on the fact that the Titans are terrible. Like,
yeah, their defense is good. I'll take the Titans just to be different.
all right, so it's minus 4.
So you're taking ATL minus 4. Look at the ATL. All
right. Next game, Patriots at the Bills, battle of the unbeatens. Take a guess. Take a guess what this line is. I'm curious.
Battle of the red, white, and blue. Patriots.
May your heart ring true for the red,
Patriots
white,
minus 6.
Yeah, minus 7. I'm gonna take the Bills plus 7, just because I think that this is the first tough team the Patriots have played, and I think they win. But I think it's gonna be more of like. They haven't played any. Well, no, Steelers, they came in like ready to go. I don't know. I feel like 2 really easy games in a row, they could get caught here. So I'm going to take Bills plus 7. I could see like Patriots win a division game. Patriots win like 25-22 or something. 25.
Totally. Yeah, no, you're right. That's exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah. Like I think the Patriots win, but I don't know that they cover.
I want to take the Patriots to be different, but I'm going to take Buffalo too.
All right,
those points.
Buffalo plus 7.
All
right. Chiefs at the Lions. The Chiefs are giving 6.
Oh god, yeah, definitely taking Chiefs on that.
Yeah, Chiefs. Yeah.
I mean, that's easy.
I know. I just the Lions aren't bad this year, and they're at home. It's rare to see a home underdog, especially a home underdog that's undefeated.
Home dog.
I'll take the Chiefs, but I'm not like super confident on that one. All right. Both taking Chiefs minus 6.
Yeah.
Raiders at the Colts. The Colts minus 6.5. This game sucks. Jesus Christ.
Are you taking the Colts?
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts, but I just have nothing to say about this game. It's like, okay, Brissett looks good though. I'm not kidding. I think he looks pretty good.
Yeah, better than I thought too. I thought he was gonna not be that great.
I'm not a Colts fan, but I am happy that they're like not terrible with the whole luck thing. It's like, all right, cool. They're competitive still. The season's not lost. I don't know. The Raiders are
I'll
just
take Colts too. The Raiders are just horrible.
they're waiting to move to Vegas. Yeah,
Yeah.
Colts minus 6.5.
All right. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What's happening?
Keenum just did like a dive over, like he jumped over the pile to get the first down and instantly fumbled it, like 5 yards behind.
Terrible ass game.
But I don't know what they're gonna do because he clearly had the first and then like pulled it down, but he just got like whacked.
Oh, he like fumbled it as
I
he
think
was
they're gonna call it a fumble. 'Cause he wasn't down. He
28-15.
was in the air with the ball out, so he had the first down, but then he dropped it. So I think it's a fumble.
I can see it over your shoulder. I'm watching the highlight.
I think it's a fumble. Yeah, it's gonna be a fumble because he wasn't down.
Chargers at the Dolphins.
I think that's 5 turnovers for him tonight. I mean, why is he even playing? Like, why are you playing Case Keenum? Why don't you play Haskins?
Who knows? Jay Gruden is like, it's early. I mean, let's see what teams do. Haskins will get in. Chargers at the Dolphins. Chargers minus 16.5.
Ooh. Chargers at Dolphins?
Yeah, Chargers always play close games. I know the Dolphins are historically horrible. They're playing at Hardcock Stadium, but I feel like I'm obligated to take the Chargers minus 16.5. But you know this game's.
I'll take the Dolphins. I'll take Dolphins in.
You know this game's gonna be like 20-10.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll take the Dolphins. No, fuck it. Dolphins have burned me 2 weeks in a row. I keep taking the Dolphins. I'm taking the Chargers. I keep giving the Dolphins the benefit of the doubt.
San Diego Superchargers. What was the line? Minus 16.5?
Yep.
God. Vegas is keeping it so high until like Miami proves them wrong.
Yeah, well,
that's like what week is Miami going to be less than a 10-point underdog? Here we go.
When they play the Jets?
Yeah, it's true. So they got, oh God, Chargers, Skins, home for the Skins.
Would you like play like epidermis? How would you play like skin?
At Buffalo, at Steelers.
No.
Home Jets.
Yeah, maybe.
The Redskins could be under 10. The Redskins are horrible.
Oh, just under 10? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying under 10. They'll be underdogs. I don't know, though. At home against the Redskins? Will they be favored? Josh Rosen?
No, they'll still be underdogs. They'll be like 0-6 at that point. But, well, maybe the Redskins might be. Oh, Redskins
Jets, Browns. Oh, Eagles. Yeah, they're definitely going to be favorites during the Eagles. Eagles are going to be like 1-15 at that point.
But you make like that joke like every week. It's like, it's like constantly make that joke. All right. Speaking of the R words, the Redskins and the Giants. There's no line on this game because the Redskins are currently playing. I'm blindly taking the Redskins because I want them to kill the Daniel Jones hype.
Yeah, that's true. You're taking the Redskins?
Yeah, whatever they get, I'm taking.
Oh yeah, I'll take G. The G-Man.
New York G spots. The old Browns versus the new Browns. The Browns at the Ravens. Ravens minus 7.
That'd be a good game. David Montgomery.
I have a feeling that the Browns not in the spotlight, like playing, and I think they get up for this game. I mean, it's been like 20 years since they got since the team moved to Baltimore, but I still think they get up for this game. I think it's a big rivalry game. I think the Browns cover. I'll take the Browns plus 7. It's gonna be a random game. It's not in prime time. Like the Brown. This is like totally a game. The Browns it's their coming out party. They have like some huge game. I'm not saying the Ravens aren't good, but
I'll take Baltimore minus 7. Make it interesting because I think it's gonna be high scoring because I think Baltimore's defense is way overrated. Same thing with the Browns. I don't think their defense is that good either. Like they have some good players, but I don't think they have a great D. And Lamar, he's in crazy territory where any week he could just have 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they're not as good as that first week against Miami, but I think the Ravens are legit. But I don't know. I feel like the Browns, despite the hype and despite us making fun of them, they're not like the Browns
under on that.
46.
I go over on that.
Yeah, I'm taking the Browns plus 7.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. I'll take what's it called?
They're taking the Ravens. Final 1 o'clock game.
Blackbirds.
From NRG Stadium. How do you spell energy wrong? Panthers at the Texans. Houston minus 5.
I would
Fuck
never bet
Deshaun-
this game. How would you ever bet
Deshaun
this
Watson.
game?
God damn it.
He had 3 touchdowns.
I know, but like
He's so unpredictable.
He does it. Yeah, exactly. So unpredictable. He's so inconsistent. He does it in a way where like you're like, oh, he had 3 touchdowns. Like he's not flashy like Mahomes. He's not gonna like that. That was the guy I really thought was gonna be like our MVP win.
But dude, you know what? You know what though? Not to interrupt, but we're gonna look back like at the end of the year. You're not gonna remember this game at all because it was a total random game, like Texans Chargers in L.A.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, Watson had 351 yards and 3 touchdowns, no picks. That was a great game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're gonna think. That's what people are gonna say.
Right, but it's not that he's not flashy, but it's just like he's like a poor man's Mahomes. And I'm just bitter because he was one. Well, we bet Mahomes too to win MVP, but like
it's because Bill O'Brien is a shitty coach. They have no offensive line. They don't do anything good for him.
they made a trade for Tunsil too. It's like they're trying and they're still bad.
But they could be so much better. And their running back sucks. Hyde had 19 yards. He was a leading rusher, 10 carries.
I'm so glad he was the number 1 waiver pickup too. Everybody rushed out to get him. He was like so highly sought after, which makes sense. He's like the starting running back on a team, but
yeah, Watson was second, 18 yards.
Well, hey, I think not to get too deep into this, but MVP.
They're 2-1.
Yeah, I think our MVP picks right now. Mahomes is like the clear favorite. I think Brady's in that talk.
Lamar's got to be number 2 right now, and Rodgers is up there too.
Or Dak.
Yeah, I feel like he's just not as flashy though. Like Lamar, everyone's coming themselves over Lamar. You know.
Yeah. I mean, what worries me is like
Dak's kind of the third guy right now, unfortunately. It's like he's having a good year, but everyone else is being so much better.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Dak's like the number 2 quarterback. I think Dak's like in the top 5 MVP voting right now.
Sure, but he's not top 1 or 2.
Probably not. No, Mahomes is 1. Yeah, like 2 is probably Jackson or
2 Brady's Jackson. I bet you it could be Brady 3 or Dak 3, Brady 4.
Here's the thing.
Then it could be Rodgers, because Rodgers, they're 3-0.
Yeah. Here's the thing about Brady. If he goes through the whole season like quietly like he did in 2017 and like throws like 2 interceptions the whole year, and it's like he doesn't put up like, well, he puts up good numbers, but he's not like flashy as Mahomes. And at the end of the year, he has like 35-2. Are you not picking him as MVP?
No, dude. No, they're going to pick Mahomes just because, again, same thing with Jackson. Everyone's coming themselves over fucking.
How about you like can't control your like sexual like get scared, you get huge erections, you just
dude,
like
you know these like writers and guys sitting at home watching every game. They're like, oh my god, I fucking love the Chiefs. Like, oh, Mahomes is so good. You can do anything. This is the best offense I've ever seen. And like, I'm not trying to be a homer because like the Patriots have been there, done that, but there's Patriots fatigue, and it's legit. It's legit. I mean, Brady's won 3 MVPs, and Mahomes is 23, and they're more exciting because he throws deep passes. Like Brady doesn't throw that many deep passes, so it's 100%, 1000% Mahomes over Brady, even if that's the case.
But the thing is, it's so funny because if Mahomes wins MVP, he was one of our prop bets. So if he wins MVP, we win. But it's like I'm like looking at it as like we barely break even because the odds were so high. But the minute like God forbid he gets hurt or like Lamar passes him, I'm gonna be like, fuck, god damn it. Like right now I'm like being spoiled almost where I'm like, oh, yeah, it'll be cool when he wins. But it's like, all right, we're still gonna profit if he wins. I'm just like, I really wanted Deshaun. I'm like, and despite the Patriots fatigue, which absolutely exists, Brady's like, how many years does he have left? This might be his last year to win MVP. That's going to weigh in too.
Possibly, yeah. If him and Mahomes are equal, just say that they're equal. Who knows who has like more touchdowns or less picks or more yards? 100% it's going to be Mahomes.
Well, what if the Patriots are 15-1, and the Chiefs are like 11-5, 12-4?
I don't think the Chiefs will. Their division sucks too. I mean, Oakland Chargers are 1-2. Denver's terrible. Oakland's terrible. So their division sucks as well. It's going to be close, dude. It's going to be them two are going to be clearly 1-2 in the AFC. And yeah, one of them is going to be 15-1 to end the year. One of those two teams is. Yeah, that would be insane. If the Patriots are 15-1, then that thing's a crazy discussion. And we're going to be flipping out if that's the case, because we're going to be begging that Brady wins MVP.
Yeah, we're going to be like, come on, Brady. That's so funny. Yeah. When did they do MVP before the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, but they don't do like they just give the award away and stuff.
Oh, you know what usually happens is the reason I can't remember is because I feel like the minute the season ends, all the writers are like, "Oh, he wins MVP!" Like they just announce who wins it, and then the voting is like a formality. Like everyone knows who's gonna win it.
Yes, but then they go into like the playoffs and then like just say, you know, the guy who's the favorite loses in the first round. It's like, oh, shouldn't have been MVP, and it's like, okay, it's a regular season award. Like you gotta remember that.
Yeah, so I'll forget about all the old timers. Like, ah, they beat the Chiefs in the playoffs.
NFL honors. February.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's right before the Super Bowl. All right, we're getting like you know, you can tell you're getting super excited about like already getting that like, oh shit, come on, like who's gonna be MVP? Like
Of
you want the
course.
season to be over already to see who it's gonna be.
Of course, we all like every week. I'm like keeping the track in my head, and then you realize like it's only week 4, and there's a bunch of. It's like okay, relax. Like we have a long ass time to go.
Brady, they both have such good cases too because their running game, like it's not like they had Kareem Hunt last year where like okay, he's really good. They have Shady and the Williams who are like super random, and then Michelle's not that good this year. So it's like it's not like okay, they got Gronk, Michelle. It's like they're so deep. It's like Brady's passing a ton this year.
And despite the Patriots' fatigue, I feel like they're just flying under the radar. You watch Red Zone, they never cut to the Patriots. It's like
No.
you forget the Patriots are even playing. So that's what I'm saying. Is like Brady's gonna do it all,
Which
They're
is
gonna go, like,
amazing. Which is amazing.
15-1, yeah, and he's gonna have like he's gonna throw like 3 interceptions the whole year. And I think like what what's going to cancel out is you have Patriots fatigue versus a guy who won the MVP last year. So like any of those things standing alone, it's like he won the MVP last year, maybe we don't give it to him this year. Or
Yeah.
Patriots fatigue, let's give it to somebody else. It's like if it's Mahomes and Brady, you got to make a decision. Like it's going to be one of those guys.
Okay, so real quick, we'll finish the Patriots on this. Who has the least amount of points given up this year?
The Patriots.
Total points. Okay. And then who would you say is second?
I mean, you're asking, so I feel like it's going to be random. Packers?
Yeah, that's
Chiefs?
right. Packers, yeah.
Packers, yeah. I'm saying their defense is
No,
pretty
Chiefs
good.
Chiefs aren't that good on defense. And
Yeah.
then they have 18 points less given up than the Packers, who were second. The Bears are second, but they
Okay.
gave up 15 tonight, so they.
Well, you've
they're
also
not
played the
second anymore.
Dolphins and the Jets with their third string
But
quarterback.
still,
Like,
there's 0 touchdowns. It's really insane. That could also hurt the Patriots too, because they'll be like, oh, their defense is ridiculous.
I'm not saying their defense isn't good, but like, let's see what we're saying about their defense after that
Oh my
stretch
God.
where they're playing like the Browns, the Eagles, and all those
Oh
teams.
my
Like,
God. Sorry.
what's happening?
Quick side note. Patriots are leading the league in points and points allowed. 106 points scored, 17 allowed.
Mhm.
Miami, 16 points scored, 133 points allowed.
16 points good. Yeah, they're fucking terrible. They're not even
I
trying.
mean, that's insane.
Can you imagine being on that team? You'd be like, all right, fuck this, I'm out.
Okay.
We got to finish the lines here, though.
Yeah, so the lines real quick. We'll wrap this up. Finish
So I'm taking the Redskins, whatever the line is. We're already past that. Browns, Ravens, Panthers, Texans.
no,
So
Baltimore, Cleveland was the last one.
yeah, so Texans hosting
Oh, yeah.
the Panthers. I'm taking Houston -5.
Texans host.
Yeah.
I'll take Kyle Allen.
Okay. How would you like buy into some random quarterback? Tampa Bay at the Rams. Rams -9.
Yeah, they're taking the Rams.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. That's a tough one too. Tampa sucks, but I feel like the Rams are 3-0, but they're not scoring like 35 points like they were last year. Again.
No, they're doing on their defense. All of a sudden, it's becoming defense again. Packers.
And
the Patriots, the Rams.
9 points is a lot.
It's against the
Yeah.
Buccaneers, though.
But I like to say obvious things.
I mean, I wouldn't bet it, but if you're making me pick, I'm probably taking the Rams -9. The Rams are legit. I mean, the Rams are clearly they remind me of the Dodgers. Like, all right, losing the World Series, we're coming back the next year. Like Rams losing the Super Bowl. Like,
How about
we're
you
gonna-
just like make an easy connection because they're both from LA?
I love LA.
All right. Oh, yeah, I'll take the
Uh,
Rams too. This probably makes sense. Tampa Bay's horrible.
Seattle at Arizona. Seattle is giving 4.5.
Seattle's so average this year too.
Yeah, but the Cardinals are terrible. And the Cardinals are the mess.
They are terrible.
Um,
I feel like we're so due though for Kyler Murray to just have like a ridiculous game too.
this is a really hard
He's been
week.
good. He's the number 11 QB in fantasy, so he's doing well.
He's doing
And
fine for a
Seattle's
rookie, but
defense is horrible too. I'll be traded for Clown. He doesn't do anything.
it's a really tough week for Survivor Pool.
Yes.
Especially because, like, if you're in one of the pools, I think most work like this, where once you pick a team, you can't pick them again.
Yeah.
You've probably taken a lot of the good teams already just to get this far, unless you like really are ballsy. So, like, I know for me, I've already picked the Falcons, the Chiefs, and the Patriots. So, like, I don't know. Anyway, it's
Okay,
tough.
so you had what was the line?
4.5 Seattle. I'm taking Seattle minus 4.5. I don't think the Cardinals are.
I'll take Arizona.
Uh, Another game that doesn't have a line. Vikings at the Bears.
Should be a good game.
Man, I don't have any. Both quarterbacks suck.
I'll take the Bears. Take the Bears.
I have no. It's really hard to come up with a take on these games. You just have no feeling. I'll take the Vikings, whatever the line is, just to be contrarian. So I'll take Vikings here plus whatever. I don't know what the line's going to be.
Yep.
Jaguars at the Broncos. Denver -3. I'm taking the Jaguars. Jaguars +3 all day. Denver is terrible. Flacco, like, come on.
Denver is horrible. At Jaguars?
No, at Denver.
At Denver? I'll take Denver. I think they're due. And Minshew on the road in Denver, the altitude, the high altitude.
But Denver's fucking terrible, though. Like,
Yeah,
it's one thing if Denver was like, okay, like it's 7-9, 8-18. They're
It's
gonna
going to be a game that they're going to go to on Red Zone all the time because they're going to be like, oh, it's only like 6-7. You're going to be like, okay,
Yeah.
just because it's a close game doesn't mean it's very good.
Yeah.
Hi!
It's the daily podcast update. We have a guest. I just see a head bouncing around.
We're watching football. Hi. We're watching TV. We're watching football. What was that game we were just talking about?
Jaguars Broncos.
It's like Denver, just because.
Ask her what she thinks. How about the next one she picks?
What was the line on that? 3 or 3.5?
Denver -3. I'm taking Jaguars +3.
What was the next game?
Sunday night game, Cowboys at the Saints.
I'll give you a fun little thing. Come here.
Ooh, what is that? Bye. Saints at who is it? Who in Saints? Sorry.
Cowboys at the Saints.
Gonna
Dallas
be Dallas by
2.5. I'm taking the Saints. Come on. Maybe I'm biased because fuck Dallas, but
yeah, I'll take Dallas. I mean, they're really good, but yeah, New Orleans at home is gonna be a tough game.
yeah, I'll take points with New Orleans at home.
New Orleans -2.5.
Okay, another unwatchable Monday night game. We went from the battle of the unbeatens to the battle of the beatens. Bengals at Steelers, 2 0-3 teams.
Oh my god.
How about we both just don't bet this game and call it a hope both teams lose?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Steelers. It's gonna be Steelers -3.
-4.
Oh god. I'll take the Bengals.
I'll take the Bengals too, only so that we don't have to watch this game and it won't factor into let's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, what a terrible game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be horrible. I mean, it's hilarious. I love how Monday night used to be like legitimate, and they have all the horrible games. Sunday night football has all the good games.
Yep. Sunday Night Football is like the matchups now, and Sunday Night Football has the advantage of flexing too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here they go. Advertise Bengals Steelers. Yeah. Like. Oh god.
Team fucking sucks. Like.
I mean, yeah. In the preseason, yeah, you're obviously like, okay, Steelers, Big Ben. Steelers will be good. It's division rival. Blah blah blah.
And you know what's going to
They can
happen.
show Antonio Brown getting knocked out like 100 times by Burfict and stuff like that. But
And you know what's going to happen. I'm going to need Mixon to go off in fantasy.
oh yeah,
I'm going to have to fucking watch this game. You know it's going to come down to this. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I'm going to be down like 18 points. I'm going to need a big game from Mixon. I'm going to have to sit through this hell of a game. Jets and 49ers are off. Sam Darnold can recover from mono. Would you like kiss young girls and like
Jets and 49ers? What's that?
They're buys this week.
Oh, off. Okay, yeah. Yeah,
That's talking football.
College sickness.
Yeah, how about you like be like mature? Don't get like some like frat sorority disease. Like kiss a bunch of women and like get really sick, which is like ask before. Like,
New York, where diseases are made, there's nothing.
I didn't even think of that. He's definitely like he was definitely making out with.
He's definitely at like club and like shit like that, like banging girls. Yeah, he is. With Jets, dude, he's like, yeah, okay. He's like, yeah, we're gonna be awesome this year. Oh wait a minute, actually, my team's terrible.
Yeah, I get fucking mono. What are you like 15?
I remember in college, like freshman year, it's like everyone has mono. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so tired. I can't get out of bed. It's like, oh, jeez. How about you like be like some like weird ass disease? Like you just get like somebody and get like deathly ill.
Haha, Clinton Dix.
What'd you call me?
All right. That was good. I think it was a good pod.
Yeah.
Good,
do we
good
want to end?
on that.
Oh
yeah, give a quick story. Quick story.
It's not a story. It's not a story. I just want opinions on this. Do you oh shit, we got a are you following Baltimore, Toronto, bottom of the 12th?
Yeah, what game?
Just kidding. Should play horrible games. I completely forgot baseball exists.
Yeah.
Okay. Monday morning, I feel like there needs to be a rule that like you need to like let people settle in. I feel like this is just a rule in general for like when people get in the morning, there has to be like at least like a half hour, 45-minute buffer, especially on like a Monday. I was getting emails at like 7 a.m. It's like, dude, I'm not even going to be in the office till like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Like, why are you sending this email now? Like, he wasn't expecting it to get done anytime soon, but it's like, then I sit down and it's like, someone comes up to you, how was your weekend? And you know that like, okay, here we go. Like, we're going to have a quick talk about the weekend and then you're just going to go off on like
bullshit conversation.
Some bullshit, and like what needs to get done. It's like, you're in such like a agitated mood Monday morning, especially in New York City when like, so I like had to go to the eye doctor this morning. So I had to take an earlier train. It's like fucking packed. And there's like a guy who like, everybody's like crammed in, right? Because I go into the office a little bit later, so I'm not usually going during rush hour.
You're like super lazy.
Yeah, no. How about I just like have like great hours and have to like go in and like be like stuffed in like sardines at like 7 a.m. So I get on the subway. Everyone's like crammed in. All of a sudden, this is like a side story. So I'll tell it quick. All of a sudden, I hear like, "Attention, everybody!" I'm like, oh, fuck. It's like 7 a.m. on a Monday. This guy like whips out a violin and there's like a tuba. And they're like,
okay.
And you're like, oh, fuck. It's like 7 in the morning, fucking orchestra on the subway. You're just in a bad mood or just like an agitated mood. You haven't had your morning coffee yet. It's like, just let me sit. Like, we've had like a talk about like, oh, I don't want to go to a bar because I want to be antisocial. Like, I want to be antisocial the first hour I get to work. Like, I don't mind if someone's trying to be friendly and ask about the weekend, but it's like, isn't that annoying when you come in and people like immediately like, oh, here we go, oh, I'm gonna get to it. It's like, okay, like let's just calm down for a second. Like, give me like half an hour. It's not even like that it happens every Monday. It's just I feel like in general, isn't it like annoying? Don't you want to like you get into the office, you have a good weekend, you're like, I just want to sit here for a second, figure out my week here, and like I don't need people like bugging me.
Yes, I think anyone would say that everybody has those days, especially Mondays. For sure. Because you're getting back into it from the weekend. However, I also think that...
I know what you're going to say.
No, I'm not going to say that. That it's also super annoying when people are like miserable every morning. It's like, get your ass up, like wake up, like get like, slap your face, like get into a good mood and like, don't be like a miserable bitch like in the office when everyone else is like coming in and trying to like just like enjoy their day even though like no one wants to be at the office.
No, I agree. You don't want that guy. I'm not miserable. Like if you came up to me, I would like be like, oh, okay, yeah, like I'd be like professional. But in my head, it's all in my head. I'm just like, oh fuck, like I just want like a minute to settle in. Like if you go up to somebody and you're like, hey, can you help me? He's like, get the fuck away from me, you dick. It's like, okay, calm down. Like,
Yeah, but you're settling in is when you get up in the morning and you walk to work and you listen to something, you like take a shower in the morning, you have your coffee, you're ready to go.
no.
You're ready to go. Take care of that shit. Hit the day. Start the day off on a good foot.
No, you still need that half hour. You still need that half hour.
How much you're really lazy and like miserable at work.
You still need like there's got to be
You come in like all emo, you have like a hood on, you're like headphones on, you're just like sitting at your desk, you're like like just working.
No, see it's yeah. No, it's
you're like
not,
half asleep, you're like, oh, I just woke up like 15 minutes ago.
No, it's not like projected outwards. It's all just like in your head. It's like I said, if somebody comes up to you, then you're like perfectly fine, and obviously like you have to because you're getting paid to be there. It's like your job. I'm just saying like if something's not pressing, then just like you don't need to like flip out about it like Monday morning right away. It's like, okay, I need to talk to a coworker about something that needs to get done on Tuesday. I'll talk to them in like an hour. I don't need to like.
Work starts at 10.
Bobby, shake his collar and be like, oh, we gotta get this done tomorrow. It's like, okay, like
Work
calm down.
starts at 10. You better be ready to go as soon as the bell starts.
Old school like boss or like old school employee. I don't know. That's just me.
I agree. I mean, I feel that way, but that's like, okay, this morning I had to go into work early to like take care of some stuff, but like I was like ready to go because I knew I had like a huge day, so I was like fired up super early this morning, But it's like I know people have been in offices before that they're just so miserable all the time, like in the morning. And it's like, you can't really talk to them because they're in a shitty mood because like they're back into work, and it's like, fuck off, like stop like bringing the vibe down, like, yeah,
so
like no one wants
to work,
no one
like
wants
partying and like having like flipping out, like hey, work week, yeah, like flipping out.
It's like, yeah, of course everyone would rather be doing something else, but it's like, hey, at least let's like make this like more as enjoyable as possible instead of making it be like as miserable and like as unhappy as possible.
No, I agree.
That's how I feel about it. I look at it in a more positive way.
But I'll say it for like the millionth time, like in the past like 10 minutes. Like I agree, but again, it's not like fuck off if you're the miserable guy at work. Like if I come up to you and I need like, but I'm not going to be miserable. It's just like it's something in your head. You're just like if you had it your way, you'd be like, all right, just give me half an hour. It's like if somebody comes.
I think it depends on the day because I've definitely felt that. Like you get an email like first thing in the morning and you're just like, okay, like oh my god, like already like. But sometimes I'm that person sending that email like super early in the morning,
I don't have a problem with it Tuesday to Friday. Like it's just Monday. Because when you're already in the work rhythm on like a Tuesday, it's just like when you've had 2 days off or like it's been like a 3-day weekend and you're just back. It's like everybody like I don't know. It's worse on a Monday because you're just like back to it and I don't know.
I hear you. No, I hear you.
This is my random gripe.
Yeah, I hear you. No, it's a good point.
Because nothing is worse. I'll just quickly say that like okay. I agree with you. Like, do not be the miserable guy, but also don't be like the super chipper. Like okay, like calm down. Like, there's got to be a middle ground. Like, more annoying almost than the miserable guy is the person who's like way too happy and excited and like chipper on like a Monday morning. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, calm down. Like going around like, oh, how's your weekend? Did you do this? It's like, okay, I get you're being trying to be friendly, but like you're asking like everybody in the office how their weekend was. It's like, hey, I brought in like bonbons, and I was like, oh fuck, like what the fuck? How do you have this much energy? How about you like do like drugs? That's my rant about work.
Yeah, I hear. I know what you're saying. Yeah, depends on how you get up in the morning, I think.
Maybe.
All right, here we go. See how we do tomorrow morning, folks. Be in a good mood. Say hello to everyone that you see. Pat them on the back. Say hope you have a good day today.
You're like, hey, good job, sport.
All right. Here we go, podcast. Follow us on social, share, do all that good stuff, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, guys.
See you, Phil.
See ya.
Later.